50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 465. Today is Friday, November 8th, 2024. E, how you doing, kid? End of the week.
End of the week, we're coming off, let's just say, a lot of emotions was running through a lot of people yesterday. I just hope everybody could just ease their mind, relax, and just get into the weekend ahead of us and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, we got a big episode for you guys today. Week 11, we're so close. We had the first committee playoff picture, as what it seems. Everyone was upset about that. We got a week 11 college slate, week 10 in the NFL as well. We are overseas as well. We got a Germany game as well we'll talk about, so make sure you start those clocks early. And then we'll talk about the NBA. We got 13 games here on Friday as well. But before we do that, Kim, some news that broke today, unfortunately, wasn't getting it done up in the big leagues, but Bronny James has been assigned to the G League. He's expected to make his debut against Salt Lake City on Saturday. He only played home games for the South Bay, so he's going to move to the G League until the NBA scene is a good fit for him. Right move or wrong move?
I think it's the right move, just because let's not forget, people. Bronny only spent one year in college. He missed most or all of like the preseason workouts and everything, because we know he had that heart issue and everything. Still, I just feel like, with Bronny, you got to develop him a little more. It was great seeing him on the court with his dad. We witnessed history. Now it's all about player development. And not for nothing, Bronny shows some signs defensively that he has the build and the pedigree to be a pretty good defender. It's just, can he upgrade his offensive repertoire and constantly get to the basket and drop some points still. To me, it's a perfect move for the Lakers, just because we got to see Bronny develop. And hopefully one day he's back in the NBA.
Yeah, hopefully one day, but I think it is the right move as well. I just don't think he's ready right now. Didn't look like he was an NBA player at the moment. So, yeah, I think get some reps in. And we said this before when he got drafted. Hey, you got to go down, get some reps in, go into the G League, and then maybe come up in a year or two. But, yeah, Bronny to the G League. He will make his debut on Saturday. And then the only other news that we had was, we talked about people were calling the Panthers. They were selling some players, but not him, not the young running back. Chuba Hubbard signed a 4-year, $33.2 million extension. He gets a max value of $37 million, $15 million in new fully guaranteed money. Well worth it. He's probably their best player on the team.
Yeah, he's definitely been their most consistent offensive piece still. I think Chuba Hubbard definitely took the spot, from last season from Miles Sanders. That was honestly a disappointing signing, especially the year he had in Philly the year prior. But Chuba Hubbard definitely, cleared himself as the number one running back for the Carolina Panthers for the near future. And not for nothing, I think moving forward, when Jonathan Brooks get healthy, that might be a pretty good duel. Let's just see if the quarterback room could keep up. But Chuba Hubbard is definitely a solid running back in this league, and I'm glad that the Panthers took care of him.
Yeah, they said they were going to take care of him. Him, J.C. Horn, the only guys that were not for sale. So, yeah, big move for the Carolina Panthers. I think he deserves it. We'll see how he does in Germany. But, yeah, I think this was a guy that they needed to get down and sign. Worth the money. I think it was a nice buy low situation as well. He only gets 4 years. Obviously, the span for running backs aren't the longest in the NFL. You think this is a good deal for them?
Yeah, just because, he's a young running back, and not for nothing deal, it's a pretty good deal. You're getting a solid running back for under $10 million, about around $9 million a year deal. You got to see, look at these other running backs, what they're getting. They want that 10, 10, 11, 12 million dollar range. So the fact that you got a not a top 5, top 10 running, but a solid running back for the next couple of years for a great market price, to me, that's a win-win.
Yeah, 100%. Buy low on a very young running back who seems like has a lot of life left. So, yeah, shout out Chuba Hubbard getting that contract extension today. We'll see how he plays this weekend. Kid, let's go over to college. Like I said, big slate. They debuted some of the college rankings and the playoff rankings if the season were to end today. By the way, big news out of Florida. They put a press release out. They said they're going to keep Billy Napier in Florida. People down in Florida are not happy. But I will say that it was a head scratcher because we all thought Billy Napier was going to be out of there after this year. There's big shoes to fill down there in Florida and Gainesville. And I just don't think I think Billy Napier has been a good coach, but I don't think he's been that good of a coach in Florida. Are you surprised that they wound up keeping him?
Realistically, not really. Just because we've seen, especially in the college level, most coaches get more of a lenient way. In the NFL, we get the one and done. If you don't turn it around in 1 year, you're out of here. In college, they're gonna give you at least a class or two. And I understand. Don't get me wrong, Florida is definitely not what they want to be, Dill. But right now in the open market, is there somebody out there that could honestly turn the program around next year? It's not really a person out there that could do that. So to me, you got to stick with it for at least a couple more years, though.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to it. I have a few plays. I'll rattle off. It's so crazy. I always say I'm not gonna go crazy on these cards.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The card's looking big, kid. The card is looking big. That's why I want to rattle through some of these. But we will start on Friday. Wake Forest in California. Give me Wake Forest. Home puppy plus 7.5. Too many points. Too many points to be laid. Give me Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons at home. They may win outright. Give me Iowa. I'm going to lay it with Iowa. minus 5.5. I like that spot as well. Texas Longhorns in Florida. We just talked about Florida. Plus 21.5. Too many points. They just kept Billy Napier again. And to be honest, I don't think Texas is that good. We will see. Give me Florida plus 21.5. Kid, I've tried to fade them every which way. I can't fade this team anymore. Georgia Tech and Miami. I'll lay the 11 with the Hurricanes. Now, if Georgia Tech winds up covering, so be it. Miami's
I'm not gonna lie, Dill. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
I was leaning the first half plus the points with Georgia Tech because Miami's been a second half, fourth quarter team. They start off slow and they get things going late. Ward, he honestly doesn't show up to the second half, Dill. So I wouldn't be surprised if Miami once again is down at halftime.
Are you taking the Hurricanes?
I still, to be honest, they should win the game. They probably will win the game, but do I trust them to lay the points? Absolutely not. That's why I'll lean the first half, Georgia, the plus 5.5, 6.
All right. Yeah, if they wind up covering, so be it. But I can't fade this team. Cam Ward always winds up covering. So yeah, give me Miami. I'll lay the 11. Give me Georgia minus 2.5. Big game. Big game. Give me Georgia minus 2.5. That's probably one of my favorite plays of the weekend. Indiana. What more do we have to say about Indiana? They are just an absolute fucking wagon. I'm going to lay the 13.5. It's a big number. Maybe you want to tease them down, but I do like Indiana minus the 13 as well. Give me Army minus 5.5 as well. I can't fade our armed service team anymore. I've done that too this season. Hasn't been good as well. We coming. Buffalo, watch out. If they make the Big 12 championship and wind up playing and win it, they're going to be in the college playoffs. It's what's best for business. What do these TV execs want? They want prime time and the best player in college football. And we've been saying that all season. Travis Hunter is the best college player in the country. So yeah, I'm gonna lay it. Big game though. If you want to take them on the money line, I laid the 3.5, whatever you're able to get. I do like 4. Colorado. It's at 4 now. It is. Yeah. So money's coming in. Okay, I'll still lay the 4. Fuck it, we coming. What another team we talk about every week? Give me Vanderbilt outright. They're my dog of the week. Plus 3.5, whatever you're able to get. I took him on the money line. Pavia, the quarterback, is a dog, and I love him. So yeah, give me Vanderbilt plus 3.5 and on the money line. Whew, I didn't want to do this, but LSU, kid, LSU plus 3. I think they're live outright at home. Playing in Death Valley in LSU is a tough place to play at home, on the road at night. Give me LSU plus 3. And then I was thinking maybe Utah plus 3.5 as well. I didn't get to the window with that, but I was thinking it. So yeah, maybe Utah plus 3.5. But yeah, I gave you a lot of picks. And what do you got, kid?
Joe, I love the energy, by the way. I love it. I have 3 plays for the people out there. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. Let's start it off. 3:30 start. Clemson taking on Virginia Tech. My boy Debo coming off that big loss last week, Dale. I think they bounce back. Give me the number 23 Clemson. I'm gonna lay the 6.5. Shop around, people. I'm seeing right now 5.5. So shopping around. I love the 5.5. You could get it. But I think Clemson win by a touchdown plus still at Virginia Tech. Give me the Clemson on the road. Next game, Dale, I'm gonna touch it up with you. You already spoke about it. South Carolina taking on Vanderbilt. Dale, I don't know why they keep getting disrespected. Once again, catching points at home. Give me the plus 4.5. And I also think I agree with you. They're live dogs at plus 150.
Why do they keep disrespecting Vandy?
I have no idea. Like, they didn't beat the number 1 team in the country. Like, I don't get it. But hey, it is what it is, though. And my last game of the night, 7:30 start. I think you know where I'm going. My Alabama Roll Tide take on LSU Tigers. This is definitely a game. If this was 2019, it would have been a fucking zoo. I'm telling you that right now. But in 2024, it's a great game. It's a good game, not great. Give me Alabama and the Roll Tide on the road, deal. We really reached our limit, our max limit in losses, deal, which is 2. We seen it. We got there. We about to rattle them off, though. Watch out for Alabama. Give me the minus 2.5. Give me minus 3. Wouldn't be surprised if we steamroll.
Can't lose this game. Kellen DeBoer cannot lose this game. People in Tuscaloosa will be really mad.
We had our limit. Our limit.
They lose, the season's over. They lose, the season is over. Yeah, I'm going to take the plus 3. Like I said, I do think it's going to be a close game. It's always a close game in Death Valley in LSU. So, Elvis, good luck. Hopefully you have another positive week in college. I know you went undefeated last week as well. So
rare for the people listening. That's a rare occasion. Don't just go out there and be like, yeah, Elvis got him. Nah. But sometimes I do my thing. Dylan is usually the guy that leads us in this department.
Might regress a little bit. Who knows? We'll see. We will see. All right. Before we get to week 10 in the NFL, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted number 1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We favor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching NFL Sunday, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid. Like I said, we got a Germany game this week, so set your alarm. 9:30 here on the East Coast, 6:30 on the West Coast. Set those alarms, my friends out west. Set those alarms. Carolina Panthers, home team, taking on the G-Men. The Giants laying 6.5. Carolina catching 6.5 plus 220 on the money line. Total is at 40.5. Kid, I'll let you start this one off. What do you got?
Yo, this one I had to stay away from it. I lean the minus 6.5 with the G-Men, but do I trust them? They're not at MetLife. I'm gonna take that as a positive, Dill. But what I said last week, if you tell me the Carolina Panthers are gonna bench Bryce Young and start Andy Dalton, I'll say the Panthers are live. But they only win the games or be competitive in a game when they make a quarterback change. Still, I'm not gonna bet my hard-earned money on the New York Giants in Germany. I'm not gonna bet my hard-earned money on the Carolina Panthers in Germany. Dill. So this is to me a total stay away. I'm gonna just stay away. Dill. I apologize to the people.
Yeah, this game stinks, if I'm being honest. Panthers coming off a win. No way I could take Carolina, though. But
Mm-hmm.
I understand people, they don't want to lay the big number with the G-men, but favorites have done really well overseas. Giants should be able to run the ball on this defense. I think that front seven could be able to get some pressure on Bryce Young. Good teaser spot. Brian Dable,
For
1-0
who?
for the Giants.
Uh,
Yeah, get him down to just to win the game. Yeah, -6.5.
Doable.
Yeah, doable. Brian Dable, 1-0 in international games. They have the coaching advantage. I would have to argue that. So I'll lay the big number. Yeah, I'll lay the big number with the G-men. Let's go to the next game. Chicago Bears hosting your New England Patriots. Bears laying 6.5, -270 on the money line, +220 on the comeback for your New England Patriots. Total is at 38.5. What do you like here, kid?
Dale, you know how I feel about my Patriots. I'm gonna be a realist. I do like the +6. I might go there officially, just because I haven't liked what I've been seeing from the Chicago offense. Ever since their bye week, we saw them play Arizona last week. They didn't look good offensively. Struggled 2 weeks prior as well. I don't know what to expect from them offensively. I do expect them to bounce back. Honestly, Dale, it's just will they? Can they?
Yeah.
And with the Patriots on the opposite side, can Drake may make enough plays on that defense of Chicago to put us over the top? I'm gonna lean the +60. I think it could be a low scoring game. I'm gonna say probably like a 17-13 game. I wouldn't be surprised something like that. So I'm gonna lean the under as well. So I'm gonna take the +6 and I'm gonna take the under 38.5.
Yeah, I think this might be another good teaser spot for both teams actually. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, for the Bears, I think they should win this game. Things aren't going well. 500 right now, lost 2 in a row. Khalil Herbert winds up getting traded, saying and then tweeting out, "Thank God." I mean,
That's
doesn't
not
look like
good.
no, doesn't look good. It doesn't look like DJ Moore has a good relationship with Keenan Allen or excuse me, Caleb Williams. So I don't know. Things don't look the best in Chicago. So yeah, this is a stay away game for me. You took a stay away for game one. This is a stay away game, but you got to imagine Bears do. And I do see sixes out there, not 6.5. So shop around. Maybe it's a good teaser spot if you want to take the Bears here at home. Let's go to the next game. Indianapolis Colts hosting the Buffalo Bills. Bills laying 3.5 on the road, -205 on the money line. Colts +172 on the money line. Total 47.5. Kid, very interesting game here. The public is all over the Bills this weekend. Coming off a big division win, I just think they're looking ahead towards the Chiefs next weekend. Might be a letdown spot for them. Bills, they got to get back to running the ball, I think. They have to
Mm-hmm.
start running the ball again. Joe Flacco might have some juice left in him. I still believe in Joe Flacco. And I think just Jonathan Taylor will be able to run against this Bills defense. They give up a lot of things in the middle of the defense as well. So call me crazy, but I'm going to take the Colts here in a lead-up game to the Bills-Chiefs. It's a look ahead. This one was easy for me. Give me the Colts +3.5.
Dale, I'm gonna have to disagree with you 100%. One thing I would agree, it was easy for me as well. Give me the Buffalo Bills -3.5. Deal. From what we saw on Sunday Night Football, I understand Brian Flores, that defense is probably a little better than what the Bills have, Deal, but we saw that defense just dice them up, and I think the Bills have a small chance to do similar things to Joe Flacco in that offense. Jonathan Taylor wasn't able to get the running game going. It's gonna be tough to get the running game going against Buffalo as well, Dill. I think so. Josh Allen has been playing like an MVP. Amari Cooper will be back. I do agree with you on one thing. They definitely need to get the running game going. If you tell me James Cook goes for 70, 75 plus yards, I think Buffalo wins this game by a touchdown more. But if say if he goes under his total, doesn't get near the end zone, nothing like that, and Josh Allen is forced to pass the ball, Colts are live. But if they're able to establish a running game, play good defense, I think the Bills win by touchdown more. Give me the Buffalo minus 3.5.
All right, let's go to Jacksonville, Duval County. Jaguars hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings laying 7 on the road. +7 for the Jaguars, +265 on the comeback. Total 44.5. How many more games are we going to give Doug Peterson, huh?
You got it. I'm gonna say the season. Realistically, to answer your question, I'm gonna say the season. Dale, earlier on the week, people I ended up catching the 4.5. I don't know what happened to get 2.5 more points to up to 7, but I took Minnesota minus 4.5. Realistically, at 7 points, I would take the 7. Deal with Jacksonville. We saw them battle, especially in the second half against Philadelphia last week. Now back at home, Minnesota finally coming off a win. I wouldn't say Jacksonville is live though, but at 7 points, I think they could cover the touchdown spread.
Yeah, I think one thing that is real in this game, Vikings defense is for real. I know I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned maybe their offense has kind of regressed a little bit, but I don't think this defense has regressed at all. I think Brian Flores has been in his bag all season, but how can anyone take the Jags here, kid? I really don't get it. I get it. Have the Jags quit on Doug Peterson? I think that's a fair question as well. Trevor Lawrence is banged up. I think this could be a really big game for Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson. I think they could have big games out there. This will probably be in my teaser. I think teasing down the Vikings is a good spot for them on the road. I think they keep it rolling here, kid. Yeah, I'll lay the big number with Minnesota. Let's go to Arrowhead. Chiefs at home taking on the Denver Broncos. Chiefs laying 7.5, -390 on the money line, +310 for the Broncos. Over-unders 41.5. What do you like here, kid?
I'm gonna take the points still. I think this is too many points. I understand the Broncos did get blown out last week against the Baltimore Ravens. I understand that, people, but that's why I like them a little more this week. They got punched in their mouth last week. They're gonna come back punching this week. They're in Kansas City. We know they're not gonna cover the big number. They're just gonna win the game. That's what Patrick Mahomes cares about. That's what Andy Reid cares about, Dale. So give me the +8.5. I still like the +7.5. I think Denver loses by a touchdown or less. At the end, there's still a divisional matchup, and I know Sean Payton. He's gonna try his best to steal this game and try to give Kansas City their first loss of the season. So give me the +8.5. Still like the +7.5. And I also lean Bo Nix over 24.5 rushing yards. We saw him scrambled out the pocket multiple times against Baltimore last week. And I think if Denver has any chance of being contending in this game, Bo Nix gonna have to get out of that pocket and scramble sometimes for his life because Chris Jones in that defensive line and Spaz is gonna send them. So give me Bo Nix over 24.5 rushing yards and give me the +8.5 with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, Chiefs on a short week here, playing on Monday night, but Broncos on a back-to-back road spot. They got their teeth kicked in last week by the Ravens, and shout out Ravens for that offense, just putting it on this defense. I feel like we have to take the Broncos here to cover. 8 points is a ton. Chiefs win, but they never cover. They don't care about covering, kid. So I agree. I'm going to take the Broncos here. I see +8s out there. There's 7.5s. Shop around, but yeah, I'm going to be on the Broncos here. I think this is a good spot for them. I don't know if they win, but the Chiefs don't care about covering. They'll win. Let's go to the next game. Oh, new coach. No Dennis Allen anymore. New Orleans Saints hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons laying 3.5 on the road, -190 on the money line. Saints +160 on the buyback. Over under is 46.5. You had players like Michael Thomas come out and say, God doesn't like ugly. Second time, I'll say Dennis Allen has been fired mid-season, and both times quarterback has been Derek Carr. Now, I don't know if this is a coincidence or a knock on Derek Carr, but doesn't look good, kid. What do you like here?
The one thing I could say is your Jets didn't get the coaching fire bump. New Orleans might get that bump, Dale. Atlanta. I like this team. Kirk Cousins. I told you it was going to take a couple weeks to get this offensive rolling. Hopefully, Drake London is good from that hip injury. Still, I love how Kirk Cousins been playing. I like that Bijan Robinson is finally getting in rhythm. He's being a threat, not just running the ball, but also passing the ball as well. DeMar Mooney, he's been playing like the number one. And that defense, I understand last week they was able to get some sacks on the quarterback, but the rest of the year wasn't really able to get consistent pressure. I think they'll be able to do that, Dill. Uh, would I lay the 3.5 with Atlanta? Yes, but I'm gonna play it safe. I ended up putting them in the teaser just because New Orleans got that. They might have that head coaching bump and they might come out firing, Dill. So ended up just playing it safe. Wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta covers the number, but I ended up putting them in a teaser, Dill.
All right. Yeah, like I said, Saints fired their coach. Will they get the bump? I don't know. This team fucking stinks, if I'm being honest. Derek Carr is a
they're
bum.
due for a win. That's all I'm gonna say. They're due. It's been a long.
Falcons
7
been
weeks.
playing well though. Kirk Cousins been playing well. Offense has been good. Still can't rush the passer. So we'll see about that. But I'll lay it with the Falcons. They're just a much better team. I can't. I don't think they get the bump here. Let's go down to Tampa. Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Good news for the 49ers. We might see Christian McCaffrey in the upcoming weeks. He has been cleared to practice.
Breaking news still. Christian McCaffrey will make his season debut this Sunday against Tampa Bay. Coming off his first week of full practice, Kyle Shanahan said, I don't know if he's going to be limited or he's just going to be out there getting his full 40 snaps. Not sure, but he will be on the field active this Sunday.
Niners laying 6.5 on the road. Tampa plus 235 on the money line, plus 6.5. Over unders at 50.5. Now they play the Chiefs really well. I mean, I was never really even when he was the coach for the Jets. I'm just not a Todd Bowles fan. I mean, he's a coward. How do you not go for 2 to win the game? You got to. You can't let Patrick Mahomes get the ball. And what do? You just kick the field goal. You play it safe. You're a coward. Give your team a chance to win the game. I can't take the Buccaneers here at this point. I think they're a good team. I think they could have a good second half of the season, and I think they're going to get healthier. But getting Christian McCaffrey back, I didn't know, so thank you for that. So I just think offensively, they're still being able to run the ball. I think Brock Purdy has to play better. He hasn't had the best season. George Kittle's had a really good season. Get him the ball. I think they do enough. This is another good teaser spot for me. So, yeah, maybe tease down the 49ers, but I'll lay it with the 49ers on the road.
Yeah, this is definitely a perfect teaser spot for either side, in my opinion. I don't think Tampa loses this game by double digits at all. And in my opinion, with Christian McCaffrey back, the 49ers should be able to take care of business. But the key word is should, Dill. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give me the +6 at home. We saw the battle. I'm talking about battle against the Super Bowl champs in Kansas City. Now you're back home in Tampa. Still, I like what I've been seeing from this offense. I understand you don't have your 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers in Godwin and Mike Evans, but their offense has been, coming along, been rolling. If they're able to establish any type of running game, they're live. I'll tell you that right now. They're live. If they're able to establish any type of running game and get some type of clock management there. You don't want Baker having to throw the ball down all game. You want to play with a lead, and that's when Tampa Bay plays his best. So I'm going to take the +6 there. I think Tampa, realistically, if CMC wasn't there, I would say they're live dogs. With CMC, I think this is just going to be a close game.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm going to lay it with the 49ers. I think this is a really good spot for them. So, yeah, give me the 49ers laying the 6.5. Let's go out to the DMV. Redskins, hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very good game. These next 2 games are crucial for the Redskins. They got the Steelers this week and then on a short week in Philadelphia. Mike Tomlin has a dog +124 on the road, -146 for the Redskins. Over under is at 45.5. I hate to do it, but Mike Tomlin as a dog off a bye, you got to take the Steelers here. I think this is another great teaser spot for the Steelers. Tease them up. Redskins, like I said, I think they're looking ahead towards Thursday Night Football versus the Eagles. Jaden Daniels has been playing lights out football, and this is going to be his toughest defense to date. And at some point, he has to regress just a little. I think this is a good spot to fade him, especially when they have the Eagles on deck. Washington gonna have trouble stopping the run. They've had trouble stopping the run all year. I think Najee Harris could have a really big game. Give me the Steelers, kid. Plus 2.5, plus 124. I think it's Mike Tomlin as a dog. You got to take him.
Yeah, Dale. Coming off a bye week, this is why I love this play. Give me the Steelers +3. I think you ran it down perfectly. Mike Tomlin coming off a bye week, rookie quarterback. Honestly, the rookie quarterback was playing at a high level, but at the end of the day, this is what Mike Tomlin does. He's gonna make the rookie quarterback look like a rookie, Dale, and the offense might come out looking a little better coming off the bye week. That's a whole full week with Russ and those guys. And Mike Williams also an addition and see how many snaps he gets this Sunday, Dale. So give me the +3, and they might be my live dog of the week.
All right, we're in the 4 o'clock window now. We'll go out to LA. Chargers hosting the Tennessee Titans. Chargers laying 7.5 at home. Plus 7.5 for the Titans. Plus 280 on the money line. Total at 38.5. Kid, this is a big number for the Chargers.
Huge number for the Chargers. I'm kind of surprised the number's so big, but you got to give them credit. These past, 2-3 weeks, Justin Herbert in this passing offense has come alive. Since you got to give credit to them, honestly. J.K. Dobbins still running the ball pretty damn great, Dale. I wouldn't lay the 7.5, but I'll tell you one thing, the Chargers are definitely winning this game, Dale. Perfect teaser spot. Mason Rudolph in this offense, they honestly been moving the ball much better than they did the first half first half of the season with Will Levis. I'm gonna lean Calvin over 55.5 receiving yards. Might take it official come Saturday night or Sunday. But I like what I've been seeing from this offense since Mason Rudolph has taken the helm. Wouldn't be surprised if they're able to move the ball, Dale. Even Tony Pollard, he's been rushing the ball very, very well as well. So hey, I understand why 7.5 points still, but this Tennessee offense have been able to move the ball lately.
I like the under. I like the under 38.5. Two good defenses. Is Tennessee the best 2-6 team? They might be. I think they play good defense. It's just I think they run the ball well. Tony Pollard has had an amazing season. It's just they don't have quarterback play. They just really don't. No disrespect to Mason Rudolph or Will Levis.
They should have started 2-0.
Should have, but they didn't. In the NFL, it could spiral out of control really quick. So I like the under 38. I think both teams are good defensively, and I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. So, yeah, give me the under 38.5. Let's go out to the –
Real quick, Joe, just to answer your question, I'm going to go with Miami, best 2-6 team in the league.
That's fair. Yeah, now with Tua back, yeah. Let's go to the desert. Cardinals hosting my New York Jets. Favorites on the road, -1.5, -124 on the money line. Cardinals +106, home dog, total 46.5. Coming off a big Thursday night win on Halloween, got a little extended rest, mini bye, you could say, for the Jets. How we feeling, kid?
I'm going to have to see it a little more to start laying and taking the Jets on the road, Joe. I'm going to tell you that. But one thing is for certain, Aaron Rodgers is going to look Garrett Wilson way. He's went over this number, I think, 5 out of the last 6 games, something like that. Give me Garrett Wilson over 65.5 receiving yards at -115, Bill. He's just been a monster, and we see him honestly get a little more one-on-one coverages and be open a little more ever since Devontae Adams has joined the team. So now he's getting way more one-on-one coverages, Bill. I think Garrett Wilson is not just going to have a big game, but he's going to have a big season moving forward. Give me Garrett Wilson over 65.5 receiving yards.
I do like that. He's been really coming on lately as well. I'm going to take the Jets on the money line straight up. -124, I see. Think it's a good price. I think the Jets, they've kind of turned some things around offensively. They've been able to move the ball. And last week on Thursday night, we played with 2 backup guards. And honestly, our offensive line played much better. The kid Ulu Fashulu from Penn State, he looked better. Aaron Rodgers has been playing good. Garrett Wilson has been a top 5 receiver. Say what you want about the Jets. Look at his numbers. He has really come on. Devontae Adams is starting to come along as well. Breece Hall hasn't had the best season, but hopefully he could come along.
Definitely a down year. I feel like it was a lot of expectations on him, especially in the preseason, just because everybody was saying, oh, he's the number 1 running back. Draft him first overall. He's been a very disappointing season for the expectations people gave him, not what the Jets gave him,
Yeah.
but what
Oh,
the
you're fair.
people gave him.
People drafted him number 1 overall in fantasy. He was the top 5 pick probably widely across
Yeah.
fantasy. So, yeah, letdown year for Brees Hall, but I am going to take the Jets here. I think this is when they start rolling here. Let's go out down to Dallas. Dallas Cowboys hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Really good game here. Eagles laying 7 on the road, minus 375 on the money line. 3-1 plus 300 for the Cowboys. Like we said, Dak is on injured reserve. CD looks like he will give it a go. He said he looks like he will play. Total 42.5. Okay, we laying this big number with the Eagles. Big look ahead spot now Thursday night.
Call me crazy. I love Dallas plus 7.5 here, Dill. With Cooper Rush, say what you want, people. For the people that's not, heavily involved in the game like me and Dylan are, Cooper Rush is 6-1 in his career as a starter. To me, Cooper Rush is one of the best backups in all of football. A couple of years ago, when Dak I think he broke his hand or something, a thumb. He missed 5 or 6 games. Cooper Rush led him to 5-0. No, 5-1 record. 6-1 in his career, Dale. Cooper Rush is going to be able to move the ball. He doesn't really make a ton of mistakes. And he beat this Phillies team once already in Dallas. I if you want people play it safe, tease them up. But I also like the plus 7.5. If you want to tease them up to plus 13, I'm telling you right now, there's no way Philly wins this game by 13 points. But I even like the plus 7.5. And I also lead CD Lamb over his receiving yards. Is that a low number? I think it's at 58.5 still. Like I said, Cooper Rush, he doesn't really put the ball in harm's way. And don't be surprised if it's at the end of the night he's at like 240, 260 with 2 tutties, and it's a close ball game.
I like the over. I think Dallas's defense is that they can't stop the run. They can't run the ball either. And even with Cooper Rush, I still think they'll be able to move the ball here on Philadelphia at home. I know they haven't been playing the best at home, but I still think they can move the ball. It worries me. I don't know about A.J. Brown if he's able to go. If he can't go, it worries me about this Philly offense. I think this is a good teaser spot for Philadelphia, though. Tease him down to -1. I do think they win the game. I don't know if they cover the big number in division game on the road. Might be a tough one. Look ahead spot. Yeah, I see why people are taking Dallas. I understand it, but I do think it's a good teaser spot. So
Hey, to my guy, Skip Bayless, he been saying forever Cooper Rush should be the starting quarterback for a couple of years now.
Sunday Night Football. Let's stay in the state of Texas. Houston Texans hosting the Detroit Lions. Lions laying 3.5 on the road, -180 on the money line. Houston plus 152 on the money line. Total 48.5. Good game here, kid, but I feel like everyone is all over Detroit here, and I think for good reason. I mean, I like Detroit here. I think they're still missing Nico Collins offensively, and I think they'll be fine once they get him back. But CJ Stroud has maybe had a sophomore slump kind of year. Defense hasn't been the best, and they're just a wagon. If you can't put up 30 points against this Detroit team, you're not going to win. You're just not going to win. And I just don't trust this offense right now with Stephon Diggs being out, with Nico Collins still being hurt. Yeah, Joe Mixon might have a good game, but, they just got Preston Zadarius Smith as well. So this defense is locked and loaded. I smell blowout here again, kid. I'll lay the 3.5 with Detroit.
Yo, I think you said it best. You're gonna have to put up 30+ points to beat this team. And right now, with the way this offense has been playing as of late, I understand they put 40 on my Patriots just a couple of weeks ago without Nico Collins. But Dill, this offense has definitely been struggling as of late. Um, I don't know what it is. CJ Stroud definitely regressed, but I'm not gonna put all the blame on him. The wide receiver core has been, riddled with injuries. I think the Texans will be all right, Dill, but I'm with you. It might be a blowout. Detroit, you got Darius Smith. That offense is firing all cylinders. No doubt. David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs is the best 1-2 combo in all of football. I might say Brown slowly getting up there. Jameis Williams is back from suspension, Dill. This offense might
don't start with him.
This offense might even click another gear, Dill. Give me the -3.5 with the Detroit Lions. Houston, I think they'll be just fine, but they definitely need Nico Collins back. And when he's back, maybe this offense start looking like it did last year. But right now, CJ Stroud just needs to stay healthy, and the wide receiver core needs to get healthy.
All right, time for our lock, dog, and teaser segment. I gave out a lot of chalk here today. I'll start, kid. We'll start with my lock. My bets have been good. It's my lock and dogs that I just haven't been able to get. You know what? This team fucking stinks. I'm going to lock up the Atlanta Falcons -3.5. I think Kirk Cousins gets the job done here. I don't think this team rallies or gets the interim head coach bump. They stink. Give me Atlanta Falcons -3.5 as my lock. I didn't really like a lot of dog. Oh, what am I talking about? Give me Pittsburgh Steelers +124 as a dog. Off a bye. You have a week to prepare for this game. Tomlin has a dog. Off a bye. It's simple. That's the handicap. Give me Pittsburgh +124 as my dog. And we'll go right into my teaser, kid. I will tease the Pittsburgh Steelers up to, it's at 2.5 right now. So I'll tease them up to plus, let me see, 8.5. I'll tease them up to 8.5. I'll tease the Chargers from 7.5 down to 1.5. And I'll tease Philadelphia down from -7 to -1. So 3-leg teaser. +160, Philadelphia -1, Chargers -1.5, and Steelers +8.5. What do you got, kid?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with the lock of the day. Give me the Denver Broncos +8.5 in a
Wow.
divisional matchup. Deal. You could go with Denver Broncos +8.5, or you could go Bo Nix over 24.5 rushing yards. I think both of those, I love them. Those are my locks of the week, but definitely Denver +8.5. My three-way teaser deal. Give me the Dallas Cowboys up to +13. They're +7 now. Give me the Cowboys to +13. Cooper Rush might lead them, Dill. Who knows? I'm a tease Atlanta, Dill. Like I said, I highly doubt it, but they might get a coach bump. They might get it. I'm gonna play safe. Give me Atlanta. Tease them the other way up to +2.5, and then the last leg of the three-way teaser is one of yours, Dill. Give me the Chargers down to -1.5 against Tennessee. Back at home, I expect the Chargers to take care of business and steamroll the Browns. I don't expect a steamroll against Tennessee, but at least a touchdown victory. Deal. Give me the that's my three-way teaser at +140. Dallas +13. Atlanta to +2.5. Chargers to -1.5. Deal. And then my dog of the day was the Pittsburgh Steelers. You went first. I'm not gonna say the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm gonna go with a feeling, Dill. Live dog, Arizona Cardinals. Still, they've been surprising.
Oh, it's a small puppy.
It's a small puppy, Dill, but they're at home. They've been looking good defensively. They've been better, and not for nothing. Solid win last week for the Jets, but no reason why y'all should be a favorite anywhere. Give me the Cardinals live dogs +110 on the money line.
Good luck outside of your dog play. Good luck. We need a big weekend here for both of us. Didn't have the best weekend last
real
week.
quick, I forgot, Dill. Give me Jameis Williams over 37.5 at -115.
I think you said that. Yeah.
I did?
Yeah, with the Lions. Yeah, you said that.
Oh, I thought I didn't. Well, he's coming back for suspension. Under 40 yards, people? First game out? Come on now. I think Jared Goff hits him at least 3 to 5 targets. He has one big play. I say 20 plus yarders, and I'm gonna say he has a few others. So I'm gonna say 50 plus yards for Williams.
All right, kid. Let's get to the NBA. Like I said, big slate here on a Friday. 13 games. Most teams are in action. I mean, the Celtics, the Cavs, we talk about it, they just keep on winning. I think Cavs 9-0 right now. They're incredible right now. So what do you like here for Friday? Your best bets?
Friday, Dale, let's start it off. Atlanta Hawks taking on Detroit Pistons. Over under sitting at 225, 226, I'm sorry. Give me the short puppy. Give me the Atlanta Hawks +102, +104 on the money line. Surprised Detroit is favorite. I understand last week or 5 days ago, whatever. They did beat the Lakers at home. Solid win, but they can't live off that forever. Give me Atlanta +102, +104 on the money line on the road in Detroit. Next game, there we're gonna go to the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers, that 9-0 Cleveland Cavaliers, taking on the Golden State Warriors. Over under sitting at 229. Cleveland laying 4, Dill. I'm going the opposite side. Give me Golden State Warriors +4. To be honest, I'm surprised how well this team's been playing. Steph is back for injury. And people, I'm going to give this gem out for y'all. Guess who's from Cleveland, Ohio?
Who?
Stephen Wandell Curry. Give me
Mm.
Steph Curry over whatever his point total. There's no props out yet, people. I'm going to assume it's at 24, 25 and a half. Give me him is over. Give me a sprinkle at 30 plus. Give me the Warriors +4 on the road. Wouldn't be surprised they hand the Cavaliers their first loss either. Next game, though, this is a game I honestly wish I was able to attend, but right now things don't can't be that way. Buccaneers. Milwaukee Bucks taking on your New York Knicks. Over under sitting at 220.5. Knicks laying 6.5, laying 7. Depending where you get it at. Still, I know you love your Knicks. You might disagree with me, but I'm gonna say the Bucks keep it close.
They
Give me the
stink.
+7. I'm not saying they do or don't. All I'm saying is they're gonna lose a close game, Bill. Give me +7. We know when it comes to the Garden, people love to show out. I wouldn't be surprised if Dame gives you a 30 ball. I wouldn't be surprised if Giannis gives you a 30 and 15 game deal. That's all I'm saying. Give me the Bucks in a close one. Give me the +6.5, +7. Next game, my Brooklyn Nets taking on the Boston Celtics. Still, Celtics laying 13.5. That's too many points now. Give me the Brooklyn Nets +13.5. Dennis Schroeder, Cam Thomas. Don't get me wrong. I love those guys. They're not, Derek White and Drew Holiday, but to me, that's a pretty good backcourt deal. Boston Celtics coming off of bad loss. I think they'll bounce back, but not win by a blowout. Give me the Nets +13.5 deal. And then my last play of the night, Dallas Mavericks taking on the 7-1 Phoenix Suns. Watch out. Shout out Boardinghoser. Definitely got these guys playing. Over under sitting at 229. Dallas laying 2.5 points. Give me the live dog. Give me the puppy of the day. Give me the Phoenix Suns +126 on the money line. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm kind of surprised Phoenix are dogs in this scenario. To me, Phoenix has been very impressive this season. I understand Luka, Kyrie, Clay. I understand they got those guys over there, but we can't deny how good this Phoenix Suns team has been looking. Give me the +126 on the money line.
Good luck. Besides the Milwaukee Bucks play.
I got y'all winning.
Yeah, but we're going to blow them out. I mean, who would have thought Dame and Giannis don't work out? Who would have thought that didn't work out? And Giannis is getting mad.
I'm going to say it's Doc. I'm going to say it's Doc.
Did you hear Doc? He came out and said, oh, it doesn't matter. We're going to be in the playoffs. Yeah, keep playing like that. We'll see how far you end up. But, Kid, any last words? We've been having great weather here.
Well, I'm be honest, it's a little scary. There's no reason why I should be outside in t-shirts, shorts, and Crocs in November. Like that's different for me now. We come from a time where I saw it snow on Halloween.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Now we're in November 6th, and I'm wearing t-shirts and the shorts, and it was 80 degrees.
Awful. Elvis, good luck. God bless.